I'm Scott Wallace, Sustainable Fisheries Analyst at the David Suzuki Foundation. This time of year, in March and April, depending on where you're on the coast, it's a very exciting time when the herring are finally getting ready to spawn. It starts off with shoals of female herring going right next to the shoreline. Sometimes even the females move in and they deposit their eggs on any kind of seaweed that they can, or sometimes pilings or rocks. And then the males come in afterwards and release their sperm onto the eggs. And you can see, there's so many millions of herring doing this simultaneously that you can see the white of the milt or the sperm from the air. In fact, that's actually one way in which the Department of Fish and Oceans actually tries to figure out how many herring are out there, is by looking at miles of spawning occurring on the coastline. I mean, herring are pretty much important to every single other species in our coast. So when these animals come in to the nearshore waters, they bring along with them a whole gauntlet of other predators. Things like from sea lions, seals, whales. The herring spawn themselves is eaten by everything from hermit crabs, sea stars, surf scoters. It's pretty much the ecological event of the year. The ecological values is just one part of herring. I mean, they have a huge cultural value to First Nations up and down the coast, and they also have a real-day economic value to the commercial fishing industry. And balancing these different ecological, cultural, and economic values is something that we need to work on to make sure that we have herring into the future.